episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Netflix. Coming up on Destructoid, Black Ops 2 shows off a full 2 seconds of zombie footage. Valve is hard at work on some new hardware. And Tokyo Game Show is happening all week in Japan, so I've grabbed Revision 3's resident weeaboo, Anthony Carboni, in to cover it with me. All that and more is happening right now on Destructoid. Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I am Anthony Carboni, in for Max Scoville, who is outside eating bugs and pulling out tufts of his own hair. It's just, you know what? There's no talking to him when he gets like this. We just have to ride it out.
Is this part of the whole mange outbreak that's happening in Boston right now? Because I think I heard about that.
It is.
Wow.
He's been hit really hard. He should be fine in time for Friday's live show.
Yeah.
Good.
Wonderful. Well, it's been a busy week for us, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gosh, have you guys heard of Borderlands 2?
I don't believe I have, no.
Yeah, it's kind of like a very small, under-the-radar release.
Sure, yeah.
We did so many Borderlands 2 videos this week.
We did tons of stuff. You did a review over on our Rev3 Games channel, and I did one on this channel.
Yep.
Yeah. I also did an unboxing of the loot chest, which is super awesome.
We did a PC to console conversion. We did skill tree breakdowns. We did, like, so many things.
Literally everything. We have to be the definitive Borderlands 2 source.
You would think I would be tired of Borderlands 2 by now, but I'm actually not. It's super weird.
No, none of us are.
I love it.
Wonderful. So, yeah, go watch those. Well, now that the Borderlands dust has settled a little bit, Activision would like to remind everyone that there's another shooter coming out this year by the name of Black Ops 2. It's
Never heard of it.
Maybe you haven't heard of it. I don't know.
Went right under my radar.
Yep. In typical Activision fashion, they've released a teaser trailer promoting the upcoming world premiere of their first real trailer for Black Ops 2's Zombies mode. Gameplay trailer, I should specify. I say real because although this trailer does have some gameplay in it, it's literally less than 3 seconds worth of footage. It starts with what appears to be a ghost bus driven by nobody.
Spooky.
Or a ghost. Pulling up to an abandoned bus terminal, the bus then stops and the doors fling open and...
Shaggy and Velma.
No, sadly, just title screen. And then they've got the footage after that, so we don't really see any action until the last 5 seconds of the video. But what it does show is some zombies chasing after the bus in hospital gowns, and then they run it into a burning tunnel, and then there's zombies trying to climb up all on the sides of it, and the windows are boarded up, and that's about it.
Wow. I feel like it took you 5 times as long to explain it as it probably did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a wonderful ability of mine to turn 3 seconds of footage into 20 seconds of mindless banter. So the full reveal for that is coming next week on September 26th. And remember, they are going all out this time for the Zombies mode. It's going to have its own standalone campaign. It's going to have support for 8-player co-op and full multiplayer inclusion. So this one's actually looking like it might be pretty decent.
Yeah, and on some more of the serious zombie tip, all zombies all the time, last week we got a brief glimpse of Keiji Inafune's new game YAIBA, and now thanks to the Tokyo Game Show, we know that it's going to be a new Ninja Gaiden game.
Yes.
The full name of the game is now YAIBA Ninja Gaiden Z. Take that in for a moment. That means the guy who made Mega Man is now making a Ninja Gaiden game, and it is a Ninja Gaiden game where you are the reanimated cyborg corpse of a man going after Ryu Hayabusa because he killed you.
Yeah.
And you have to mow down zombies all along the way.
I'm really digging the art style for this game, I gotta say.
Sometimes the world just gives you exactly what you want. Some days it's just like, yes. Inafune called the project a dream come true, which proves he can also read my mind. As was previously rumored, Tecmo Koei is going to do the publishing. It'll be developed by Spark Unlimited, the Western studio that is currently working on Lost Planet 3, and the title is reportedly slated for release on all consoles. And in my heart...
I love how they included all the footage from the previous trailer into this one. They just like expanded it. I'm really digging the cell shading though.
Yeah.
It is interesting that he is working on this, but...
It's so cool, because you know what, in Ninja Gaiden 3, and I love the Ninja Gaiden series, but in 3 they tried to do some silly stuff, like in 3 you fight a liquid metal dinosaur. And it just didn't work with Team Ninja's style, and it didn't work with the Ninja Gaiden like main series.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of Inafune going all out crazy on a side story like this. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that one. One other bit of news that's probably pretty old by now, but we should probably talk about it anyway. BioWare's recent announcement of Dragon Age 3 Inquisition, not to be confused with Dragon Age 3 Insertion, my petition which was unlawfully removed from change.org due to lewd and or pornographic images.
I want you to know that I've started a new petition that is petitioning to get your petition back.
Dude, don't even bother. They have planted people in the internet, Anthony. Anyway, Dragon Age 3 Inquisition does not even have a teaser image or trailer or anything to share with us yet, but according to its developers, the game will be run on the Frostbite 2.0 engine, which is quite interesting, and the team has apparently been working on it for over 2 years now and say it should be ready by late 2013. As for details, the general manager at BioWare Edmonton, who's actually developing it, his name is Aaron Flynn. He said that they've been poring over fan feedback, trying to give fans what they really want this time. A great story with choices that matter, a massive world to explore, deep customization, and combat that is both tactical and visceral.
And also, they're just kind of hoping this one doesn't suck.
Yeah, also that.
Also, maybe this one won't be bad.
Hate them. Of course, this news was overshadowed by the even bigger news made not one day later that BioWare co-founders Ray Muzica and Greg Zesk. I'm so bad, and these are really hard names.
His new last name is Smith.
These guys,
they're
going to be leaving the company and retiring from the video game industry for good, they've announced. These guys co-founded the company together back in 1995 before being purchased by EA in 2007, and since that time they've received quite a bit of backlash from longtime fans of the company who think that EA's influence has quickly brought the quality of their games downhill. That is to be debated, but both parties wrote some tearful goodbye posts on the BioWare blog explaining their future plans. Muzica, who is probably worth more money than I've ever seen in my entire life. I imagine these guys just have money pits in their basements. He plans to move into the venture capital business, using his wealth to invest in and mentor new entrepreneurs in the field of social impact. So that's kind of admirable.
Nice.
Zeskek, on the other hand, will be going in an entirely opposite direction. He writes, quote, "After my departure, I'm going to be spending significant time with my family and friends, as well as pursuing some personal passion-driven projects related to craft beer."
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the main project I'll be working on is a web-based interview show called The Beer Diaries, where I interview notable brewers and showcase their beers.
Why not?
Dude, why not?
Why
if
not?
You got the money and you love beer.
$7 billion.
Yeah, and after he said that, he was like, and hey, if it doesn't work out, I got really drunk and I can always go back into the video game industry.
He then got onto his personal jetpack and flew away into the land of dreams.
Into the solar system.
In other big industry news, longtime hardware hacker turned Valve employee Jerry Ellsworth has revealed in an interview with Engadget that we might be seeing some hardware from Valve as soon as next year. Ooh. And I immediately panicked because I just put some hardware for a gaming rig into my Amazon cart.
Oh yeah.
But it's okay, because when asked what the company's immediate goals were, her response was to make Steam games more fun to play in your living room. This, of course, comes shortly after Steam's beta release of Big Picture, which reformats the platform for use on your television and motivated that Amazon cart that I was talking about. So as for hardware, things still appeared to be in their infancy. So Ellsworth says that prototyping is almost secondary at this point, and right now, the primary concern is on recruiting. Her team is reportedly working in conjunction with the Big Picture team to overcome challenges related to controllers, which makes sense. Specifically, they're targeting those people who enjoy playing Steam games, but aren't willing to compromise their standard gamepad controller for use of a keyboard or mouse. Yeah. She wouldn't give any hints as to what solution they're planning, but it looks like we may find out as soon as next year. Valve is planning a beta release of their new hardware sometime next year, and while no substantial details were given, it is probably a safe bet to say that this is not related to the wearable computing initiative that we've been hearing rumors of. And according to Ellsworth, that's about 2 to 5 years off. So I hit buy on that Amazon cart. I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm a lot more excited about the possibility of like a Steam box than I am about any kind of wearable computing.
I feel like a Steam box goes against almost everything Valve stands for.
At the same time, though, wouldn't it be funny if they released that right after the Ouya came out?
It'd be oh God, talk about two completely different boxes. Seriously? I feel like one would be this big and like sound like a wind tunnel and have everything cool in it, and then you've got the Ouya, and you're like, well, Angry Birds.
If those come out any time close to each other, the Ouya's completely screwed. Anyway, why don't we thank our sponsor?
Let's thank a sponsor.
Did you guys know that you can watch movies on the internet? Did you know that? No, don't take this out on him. Netflix actually lets you stream TV episodes and movies straight to your home, saving you time, money, and hassle. With Netflix, you can instantly watch your favorite shows and movies right on your TV or computer, whether you've got PC, Mac, it does not matter. All you need is a PS3, Xbox 360, or a Nintendo Wii console. And if you don't have one of those, what are you doing watching our show? Seriously, go watch a movie or something. Maybe on Netflix.
Oh, it all comes back.
For a limited time, Netflix is offering all Destructoid viewers their own free trial membership. Just hit up netflix.com/Destructoid to sign up. And if you are in the UK or Ireland, you can get in on that deal as well. Just check out netflix.co.uk/Destructoid if you're in the UK, and if you're in the Ireland, please check out netflix.ie/Destructoid. All right, let's get back to the news. The Tokyo Game Show kicks off this week in Japan. That's a big thing that's happening overseas. There's already been quite a few big surprises from some of the pre-show conferences, which is really where all the news comes from anyway. And probably the most unexpected news has been Sony's announcement of a slimmer PS3. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sexy, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
According to Sony, the new design is half the size and weight of the original PS3 and 25% lighter and thinner than the current PS3 Slim. It's going to be available in both black and white, and the pricing will be the same as the PS3 Slim is currently, but it will include a little bit more storage. The $269 model now has 250 gigs of space as opposed to the previous 160, and the $299 model will hold 500 gigs of space as opposed to 320. The smaller model will be available in North America on September 25th, so less than a week away from now, which is always cool. And the larger model will not be available until October 30th. Meanwhile, Europe is getting a special option for a 12 gig flash memory configuration that is going to be priced at 229 euros, which is equivalent to $300 US.
It's called the useless bundle.
Yeah, and that's going to be out on October 12th. Man, Europe's really getting the shaft here, huh?
It's interesting. I wonder, I love the look of it. I wonder how many features they had to get rid of this time to revise the hardware.
Yeah, this is the thing that annoys me about Sony products, and the PS3 especially. Why did they have to make it curved on top? It's so arrogant. Like, just, oh my god, the arrogance of it. You
Tara
can't
wants
put anything
all
on
of her
top
consoles to be in rack mount units that she can just screw
or
in.
Vertical.
Uniform size.
It's the most sensible solution as far as I'm concerned.
Well, there is some other good news from the Sony conference, especially for those of us who use our Vitas or have been looking for an excuse to use our Vitas forever now. You will be happy to know, as I am, that PlayStation Plus is going to be coming to the Vita this November. So members are finally going to be able to buy games at a discount, and they're going to be given access to the instant game collection, along with a gig of online storage for save games and any DLC. If you're already a PlayStation Plus member on the PS3, you will be given free access to the service on the Vita, which makes sense. Otherwise, pricing is set at a flat rate of $18 for 3 months or $50 for a full year. And by the way, since we're on that Ninja Gaiden tip today, Sony just announced that Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 will also be coming to the Vita.
Oh, I knew you'd be excited about that one.
No news on what, if any, new features they will be adding to the Vita version, but we will probably be hearing about it pretty soon. It's scheduled for a 2013 release. The first Ninja Gaiden Sigma was on the Vita, and they added some kind of neat motion-sensitive stuff. Yeah, it's nothing that you have to use.
Like that
I just like that the game is there. That's all I want.
Yeah,
more
it's coming.
Vita
It's
games.
happening. The Vita's, it's moving on up to the east side. That's actually not even all the Ninja Gaiden news that we had today. They were showing off the Wii U version of it, and apparently that's really awesome as well. So.
I saw a little bit of it on the floor at E3, and it looked really good. You've got all they had going right now was like a move list when I saw it.
They're bringing back dismemberment.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So that's what people are really excited about the Wii U version.
That's what I like to hear.
So that's all the Tokyo Game Show news we have today. There's going to be plenty more next week when the conference actually begins. But as for now, that is all the time we have for today's show. Many thanks to my brother Anthony for co-hosting with me. He's not my real brother.
Brothers.
That's just an urban term that I use. Max is going to be back in the studio on Friday for our live show. If I know anything about him, he'll probably be horribly sick. He usually gets really sick while traveling.
He can't leave his bubble. He has a little bubble that he sleeps in.
Yeah.
And if he walks outside of it for more than a day.
He's like Bubble Boy. And
he's
who knows what they're doing to them
flower.
over in Boston. All kinds of booze and parkour. I don't know. Anyway, our live show is
him.
happening this Friday at youtube.com/Detoid. That's going to be at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. So if you live outside of our California bubble, be sure to check your local listings. And in the meantime, you can follow Anthony and I on Twitter. He is A Carboni. I am Tara Longest, and together we are Detoid Show. Well, not you, I guess. Not you. Have a happy Wednesday, and we will see you back here on Friday. Again, not you.